What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video, creating a sketch illustration of Zhen from Kung Fu Panda 4. For today's lesson, we'll be sketching with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. Now I'm going to start by sketching a line coming down the center of a page. So start from the very top in the middle. Just going to lightly work our way down using these short lines. Let's go to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. So start with the left side and then just stretch that out towards the right. Now the secret to capturing a more accurate portrait is by starting out with the basic shapes first. Now I'm going to start right in the center. I'm going to sketch out an oval, coming around towards the left, down the middle, and go back up towards the right. Now we're going to do this before we start adding some detail. Now along the bottom we're going to step up and draw a smaller oval for the nose. Let's go to the side of our oval. We're going to sketch a line going up, and this will be where we line up the inside corner of the eyes. And then from these 2 points, we're going to draw the top of the eyelid. Let's slope the eye going up, and then bend that out. And we'll do the exact same thing on the right. From the outside, we're going to step in to create an overlap, curve the eye coming down, and then back in. Now from the top of the nose, we're going to add that trim going up towards the eyebrow. Let's start with the one on the left. We're starting in here, we're going to go up, and then bend that all the way out towards the top of the eyebrow. Bend this out and then down just beside the corner of the eye. Now I want to give our character some expression, so we're going to lower the right brow. So from here we're going to step in, curve this down, across the top of the eye, going up at an angle, and bend that back down. Let's line up this trim over on the right. Just going to tuck this up underneath the brow. Now let's work our way across the mouth. From the center point, curve this down and up on the left and right. Go up at an angle and then bend that out towards the corners of the mouth. Now here we're just going to add a small bracket just to close that off. From the bottom curve of the muzzle, curve the chin coming down and then up. Now from the corner of the eyes, we're going to step out, draw a short line going up. Just going to line it up on the right side. Then from here, let's add that fur. We're going to come down and then up. And then from the tip, we're going to bend the fur and the cheeks coming down and then in towards the chin, towards the side. Now we can go back up and draw the top of the head. Let's start from this point. We're going to curve this up above the eyebrow, go in towards the middle, go across and then down on the right. Let's add a little bit of fur coming up in the center. So we'll start on the left, going up and across towards the right. Bend this down and in. Now I want to go back and extend these two lines going all the way up toward the top of the head. We're just going to line up the inside of the ears along this line. From the top, curve the ear going up and then out towards the left, towards the very top. Do the same thing on the right. And then from the tip, bend this out, down, and then in towards the side of the head. Now just underneath the head, we want to capture the volume of the scarf. Let's start on the left side of the cheek, curve this down, go across the middle, and then back up on the right. Now that we have our basic sketch and we're happy with the proportions, I want to go back and lightly erase these guidelines. I'm just going to clean this up. Now that we have our clean rough sketch, we're going to go back in and start adding some more detail and refining the shape. Let's start by tucking the iris and pupil underneath the eyelid. We'll start in the center, curve this down, and then back up on the inside, like a half circle. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Let's raise the cheek on the right side. We're just going to go across the eye, and then out. Let's go back and add some more detail to the nose. Just going to add a small highlight oval along the top, and then we're just going to lightly shade in the bottom of the nose, going around that highlight. Then from here, we're just going to work our way around that trim, just lightly going around and in. Just going to round this out along the top, I just want to lightly add a shadow across the center. Let's work our way up towards the left brow, towards the top. So round this out and come down. I'm just going to add some thickness, going up towards the top and then back in. Let's go back and just lightly shade in the eyebrow. Now we're going to go back and just darken up the eyelid. We're going to add those lashes around. So starting from the top, it's going to taper so it gets wider, going out towards the side. And just curl that up on the end. Let's pull that back in and add another point. Coming in toward the bottom of the eye. I'm just going to go back and just lightly shade that in. Now I'm going to add a little bit of soft fur texture across the bottom of the muzzle. So just using these short lines, so adding that texture, going across and up towards the corner of the mouth. And we're just going to soften up that bracket on the corner of the mouth, just adding the shadow. Just going to add some texture across the bottom of the chin. Just going to add some spots. Now I'm just going to add some fur across the cheeks. Just pulling these lines going up and out. Just following that curve that we created. And just pulling this hair coming in across the bottom. Adding a couple points. And we'll just start to smooth this out and come in towards the chin. Now we'll continue to add that fur texture across the ears, starting from the inside, and then coming down the side. And now in the center of the ear, we're just going to add some fur going up. We'll add that trim along the inside. So just tracing the ears. Just going to curl this up on the side. Now working our way up towards the top. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Let's add that other trim in the center. And we're just going to darken that up. Now with the scarf, we want to add a bit more shape. So we're just going to pull this down and then tuck that up underneath. We're just going to work our way down, adding some folds. Just coming in. Let's add that fur trim across the cheeks. So we're going to start underneath the eye, just going to bend this out, add some texture on the side, and then come in towards the bottom of the cheeks. Now I want to go back and just lightly clean up a drawing before we add some more shadows and detail. I'm just going to use the flat edge of my pencil to add some shadow and tone to the outside of the head. So we start on the left side. We're just going to move our pencil across, going up around the eye, and then along the sides of the ears. We want to fill in the entire top of the head. In the middle, coming down towards the muzzle, and going around the nose. Also going to shade the eyelid. And then we're going to darken up that scarf. Now the head's going to cast a shadow across the top of the scarf, so we just want to darken that up and then fade that down. And this is going to help us get some depth in our drawing. Now you want to darken up the fur across the tip of the ears, and then fade that down. And now I'm going to go back and just add that clip across the base of the left ear. So I'm going to start with that rectangle shape first, and just work in the details after. And now we're going to go back in and start darkening up our contrast. I'm going to start with the eyes and the lashes. And this is really going to help our drawing pop. And the final step, we can go back and just lightly add some more texture to the fur. Just working our way around some of the darker areas. Also enhancing some of the shadows. And once we're done adding in our textures, we'll be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Jen from Kung Fu Panda 4. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single week. Please make sure you smash that like button and leave your requests in the comments below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.